Hello, everybody. It is me, Demetra K, and I am sitting here with Donovan, the recovering Democrat Sadiq, also known as a Black Yule Brenner. He is a little bit under the weather today, so we won't be here that long. Let me do something here. I have to remove something, save changes. Sorry about that. So we won't be here that long today, but also say the purpose of the Demetra K show is to promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us an even better people, with the emphasis on even, because we're great people, but we can always strive to do better. Like to also say a big giant thank you, welcome, and hello to YouTube and Facebook. You are the other side of the conversation. Not only are you viewers, but you are participants and you are family. And sometimes we share the link. If I do share the link today and your profile looks like this, please show me this. And if you're not comfortable, you can go back to that. All I ask is, if I've never seen you on here before, please show me your face. And then, as I said, you can go back. Also, in the comment section, please, let's be respectful as we can. It's not that we disagree, it's how we disagree. Also here on the panel as well, we're going to be on our P's and Q's as best that we can. So today we are going to be talking about Kamala is going to do an interview on MSNBC with that of Stephanie Rhule in Joy Reid's time slot. And, you know, a certain somebody, and I'm going to show y'all a tweet from him, was like, basically, why, right? So the question is, you know, what's going on? Is Kamala purposely avoiding her most loyal subjects, if you will, or I should say her most loyal shills? And in the process, if you guys have not already, please go to vote.gov and register to vote. Who and what you vote for is your business, but you should be registered so that way they'll know who voted for what, when, how, and whatever the case is, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take that down, vote.gov. All right. With that, let's see who's on here. Don't need no man. Stop telling me I do. How you doing? Volvo to love. How you doing? Thunder, what's going on with you? Darth Raider, what's up? Donovan, you are sick. When I called him, he was like, hello.
Yes. It is flu season, and I did take my vaccination shot that I have to take for 10 years. I left the military for 10 years. I didn't get a flu vaccination at all. I wasn't with it, but ever since I've gotten my condition, compromised immune system, I got to get it. So now it's manifested itself, and here I am. But anyway, do us a favor. There's a scrolling banner at the bottom. If you guys want to donate to the show, that's one way you guys can do it. It keeps the content creator motivated to continue to make these great conversations and to continue to do these great videos. We've been doing this for about 8 years now. I think maybe even a little bit longer than that. And we're still here. And we thank you guys for every donation that has been given. It has gone toward a great cause, because if you guys don't realize it or not, people have woken up. So your donation and what we're doing is definitely not in vain. Do not forget to download the African Diaspora News Channel app. You can get that on Google Play, Apple Store. And if you guys don't want to do that, you can go to YouTube, sign up there, get the membership. I have a year membership. And to me, that's the best quality to get that. And you could definitely keep up with what's going on inside the African diaspora around the world. So again, download the African Diaspora News Channel. And then on those channels, not only do we see great videos from Demetra, Brother Phil Scott, Vicky Dillon, and all the other contributors, we can speak and say what we want without censorship. So that's another great reason to download it.
Hello, Tracy, to everybody else that's come on here. And CJ said, yes, Brother Phil and the squad are doing the Lord's work. Yes, indeed. We are definitely trying to do that. All right. So I actually learned about this interview a couple hours ago, but I saw people were circulating this tweet because, you know, Roland's blocked me. And I said, oh, interesting. Let me look into it. So this particular tweet here, I'm going to put it up. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this tweet here says, I'm confused. At Jesse Rodriguez, I guess he posted it. Is it the 7th? What is that? Oh, I guess I did that. Isn't the, let's see, the 7 p.m. slot at Joy Reid? So why is this Rhule interview with Kamala Harris being billed as an all-in with Chris Hayes? At Chris Hayes' interview, was the Joy interview not offered up to Joy? This is really confusing. So as you can see here on the side, she is slated to interview Kamala, and guess that's tonight in Joy Reid slot. So let me take that down. All right. So with that, I was like, okay, well, what is it going to be about? So Stephanie Rhule, who has been on MSNBC for quite a while from what they're saying, she's also interviewed presidents or presidential candidates before, and that includes Joe Biden in 2023 and former President Donald Trump in 2016. Now, this particular interview is going to be about 2 hours, which is like, wow, that's kind of long, right? But I guess Kamala is going to unroll or lay out rather her new way forward agenda, which is also her economic agenda or economic plan. So I guess they're going to talk about that. Now, it is said that a lot of people, and they said about 31% of voters, feel like they don't know enough about Kamala or her economic plan. And it says 12% people of voters feel like that about Trump. So she's got a lot of headway to make up, in that people are like, yo, well, you know, what's going on with you? Because admittedly, she jumped in the race, I think it was in July, when President Biden was like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it no more. So they put Kamala in his shoes, and it took a very long time for her to even interview with anybody. And so the last month, I guess, maybe she started an interview, and then she's had one debate with Trump. So I guess at this point, people feel like they just don't know enough about her. Now, it should be said that, of course, MSNBC is a left-leaning news outlet, if you will. Now, Stephanie Rhule has been said to be one of those, I guess, reporters or journalists, rather, that has been pro-Kamala and defending her. She basically says, well, she understands that people want her to interview more, but she says she doesn't have to be perfect. She just has to beat Trump. So they don't care, in her opinion, about Kamala being perfect or really even hitting it on the nail. She just needs to beat Trump. So it sounds like she's kind of a defender. So some people are like, wait a minute, how is she interviewing Kamala? Okay, now go back to Joy. Now that is Joy Reid's spot. And you guys know that Joy Reid, along with Roland and all the other ones, are some of Kamala's and the Democrats, I would say, staunchest defenders, right? They cannot do anything wrong. What I understand, Joy Reid runs around calling people who want to vote for Trump weird. Of course, you know, Roland, he calls everybody every name but a child of God, because they do not want to vote for the Democrats. But there he is wondering, well, what's going on? I'm confused. Now, as I was thinking about it, I was like, well, maybe Joy didn't want to do the interview, right? But then as I thought about it, I was like, well, then why would Roland be complaining about it? I would think that he would reach out to his homegirl, you know, and say, hey, Joy, what's really going on? And I don't know, maybe she says, I don't know. They wanted the white woman to do it, you know, but I don't want to laugh because it's not funny, but it seems like these wake-up calls are coming, you know, a lot quicker. And, you know, it sounds like Roland was complaining again about that. You remember we talked about yesterday, the article that came out that says the president of NAACP was complaining that Kamala's campaign is not spending enough money with Black political businesses and stuff like that. So it sounds like he was crying about that as well. But it's like, y'all around here working for free. Y'all working for free. Now, I want to say this. As much as Joy Reid be shilling, I think she's a very smart woman. Now, some people are saying, oh, well, maybe they gave it to Stephanie because she was on Bloomberg as well, and it's dealing with finances. And if they're going to be talking about Kamala's economic report, then maybe that's why they have her do it. But it's like, well, Joy can't talk about money or the economy. Sounds like she does that a lot. So to me, it's almost like, and I'm not saying this is the official decision, but I'm seeing a lot of people say that. Well, if that's the case, that's a slap in the face to Joy. Like, she ain't smart enough to to interview Kamala. Now it's about 41 days until the election. To this point, Roland hasn't, you know, got an interview with her either. I will say, we know that Ricky Smiley interviewed, but it wasn't even an interview. It was like a monologue. He just introduced her and she just started talking. And he didn't really even ask her no questions like that. It's almost like it was recorded. And maybe, I don't know, it was just weird. It wasn't even an interview. But nevertheless, Joy Reid is not going to be interviewing in her slot say it with me, the potential first Black and Indian woman to potentially go to the White House. A Black woman will not be interviewing a so-called Black woman in her Black slot at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You know, the readout with Joy is going to be something else with Stephanie, who ain't Black. Donovan, help me out.
Yeah, Stephanie Rhule, if you guys don't know a little bit about her, she is an economist in the sense that she worked on Wall Street for several years before she came to MSNBC. So she isn't really a journalist. As you guys know, anybody that's on TV like that, they're really not investigative journalists. They are just personalities that read off of the teleprompter and stuff like that. So, she comes in, she does have a background in financing and things. So I do think that they're going to bring her there to actually help answer some questions, because Kamala does have a propensity to talk about her mother being hardworking and, lawns being great and raising her sister and all this other stuff. And it's just one of those things where she kind of goes off scripts. I think Stephanie Rhule, and she is pretty good at like pushing the narrative where it's supposed to go. So hopefully Kamala will listen. But here's the problem with the whole Kamala campaign. Number one, I don't feel sorry for her for the simple fact that she did not have to be selected and take this selection, but she did. It usually takes on the campaign trail 2 to 3 years of you going out, talking to people, and getting your message out there. Donald Trump has been campaigning for over 4 years of getting back into the White House. That's why people know what he's saying and they kind of understand where he's coming from. Even if you don't agree with anything that Donald Trump stands for, you know what his policies are. She took over with less than 100 days. I can't feel sorry for the woman. And in those 100 days, her team, and I said this from day one, she is stupid to take and be selected and being put out there because she is a crash test dummy. Out of 15, I believe, Democrats that were polled to take on Donald Trump, she was last. As out of 15 people, she polled last. And it's unfortunate. Her team has basically told her the wrong things to do. The bunker campaign that Biden did, that was during the pandemic. So yes, he kind of got away with that. And by the way, did Joe Biden and the Kamala Harris regime, did they keep any of the promises that were promised toward Black people? I don't think they did. Student debt wasn't done, which could be done by executive pen. Did we get a federal commission on policing? We never got that. I mean, we can go on and on and on. It's funny how the things that were promised to Black people did not happen at all under the Biden-Harris administration. So it's very scary that so-called educated people, especially these HBCU sorority fraternity people, are, like I said, if I was an HBCU person and my son went to an HBCU, my niece went to an HBCU, I talked to my son the other day and I said, I'm embarrassed for you. I said, I'm embarrassed. Even he said, she's an embarrassment, because if this is the best that they're putting out, I mean, he was like, Dad, I don't know, what is going on, because this is embarrassing to me as an HBCU graduate when we talk about how great it is to go to HBCUs and do all this stuff, and we're the best, and we're this, and we're that, and we're the elite, and all this other stuff. He said, this is making my degree mean absolutely nothing. The people that we're seeing. So I can't feel sorry for her because she is running out of time, but they have done so many mistakes by not talking to the press, by not clearing up the fact if she's Black or not. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, Candace Owens, if you like her or not, she just did a breakdown on Kamala's background from her book that she put out. And the Black woman that is alleged to be her grandmother, and you see a picture of a girl sitting next to this Jamaican lady, whatever the deal is, it's alleged to be Kamala and her grandmother. But Candace Owens did a research. Her grandmother died in 1960. How can you be in a picture with your grandmother if you weren't born until 1964? My question is this, and I don't give a damn. Why would she lie about this? If you're Black, you're Black. And then where are the cousins? Where are the outlying people? I mean, a lot of this stuff could be debunked. They are making mistake after mistake after mistake, and it's just sad. But Demetra, I'm going to say this. People are hoping tonight she will do a better job than what she has done, but I think she's run out of time. I mean, with less than 40 days to go, you should have made your pitch to the American people that they know what you stand for and what you're going to do. It's not going to stick. People are only going to remember the mistakes and the gaffes.
I agree. In 2 hours, and hello to everybody came on. 2 hours they're gonna talk. I'm like, what the hell are they gonna talk about for 2 hours? Like you said, she's got the same talking points, round and round and round. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to believe that Stephanie is going to, be objective, if you will, enough to ask the right questions. And then I thought about it too. I said, well, maybe. After the National Association of Black Journalists raked over the coals, maybe she's like, I'm done with the Black publications. They doing too much out here. I don't know, but yeah, just from the outside looking in, I mean, there might be some other reasons as to why Joy didn't get that interview. But it's like, why are you giving it to Joy's slot? I mean, might have been another slot, but like I said, just the fact that Roland is questioning it, I think that speaks volumes. Like, what the hell? How come, Joy is not getting? Like I said, I think Joy is accomplished enough to sit down with the vice president and ask her about her agenda and things like that. But I think Kamala is just showing us who she's always been. I'm going to talk Black, but I'm not going to walk Black, And even if that wasn't Kamala's direct decision to interview with Stephanie, you would think Kamala would say, hey, is Joy available? Or maybe she felt like, too, I sat down with Oprah, I interviewed, I don't know. But to me, it wouldn't even be a big deal if it wasn't Joy's slot. But that is Joy's slot. And y'all going to bring, because Stephanie, she has her own show, the 11th hour. It's like a nightly show. So it's not like Stephanie don't have her own show. She could have interviewed her then, but to give it to and Joy's slot. And then, what do you say, Joy, take the night off? We're going to be using your studio at your time. Go ahead, go find yourself some coffee somewhere. I don't know, like, how do you even have that conversation with her? And then
and I'm going to cut you off. And what's really sad is after all the shilling that Joy does for the Democratic Party, for her to treat her like that, that goes to show you they have no respect for Black sellouts. They just have no respect for them. But then again, when you're a sellout or you're a shill, nobody should have respect for you. But damn, these are the people that pay me, and they're just telling me, get to the back of the line. Come, get up here when we're ready for you.
Yeah, and optically speaking, that looks bad to the, they're trying to get Black voters on board. And I know a lot of Black people like Joy, they, especially a lot of Black Democrats, but you're trying to get Black voters on board, but then you move this lady to the side, go in there and wash my greens, gal. I'm gonna sit down with this white woman. We gonna talk about grown up stuff. It's like, I don't know. If I was Joy, I would feel slighted. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I can't. It's my slot. What are you doing?
Hey, and you got that slot because we want you there, because your last 2 previous shows tanked. You're only there because we need a DEI hire. That's just a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched Joy Reid in years, but from the clips that I see on the internet, it's like she be doing a lot of shilling, and to get treated like that is like, wow, Kamala ain't even. But you know what they do? They hide under, well, it wasn't Kamala, it's her people. It's like, no. Because she ain't gonna be able to use that excuse when she's in the White House. Oh, it wasn't Kamala, it was her people. It's like, was it so what? I mean, we know presidents are figureheads anyway, but what point does she say? Like I said, if it was me, I'm like, no, I need to. If that's Joy's slot, let Joy do the interview. And I'm good on Stephanie.
Wait. The sisterhood backing her. Don't worry about it. The sisterhood's got her back. Where's the sisterhood, ladies? You're supposed to support this Black woman no matter what. You see what they're doing to her? Y'all supposed to be up there standing up, and the sisterhood can't do this to a Black woman. We're the backbone of the Democratic Party. You gonna do a sister like that? Where is the outrage, right? And I'm being very, very facetious, but I will make this prediction, Demetra. If Kamala does not win, I don't think we will see Joy Reid after the inauguration. Her show will be canceled.
I mean, it's possible, but yeah, I mean, as far as the sisterhood is concerned, they should be up in arms. Kamala, I thought, my daughter made a good point. She says they're trying to say that Kamala is like us, but Kamala is showing everybody they not like us. You know, I'm not like y'all. You know what I mean? They're trying to say Kamala is like us, but she's every chance she gets, it seems like she's showing them, listen, all I need y'all to do is just show up to vote, okay? Because y'all saw how she walked out of the National Association of Black Journalists interview. She might as well flip them the bird, you know? So it's like, as much as your Joys and everybody else trying to keep bringing Kamala in the fold, she's black, oh my God, she's black. But look what she do to black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some heavy hitters in the game. You got Big Game rolling, Big Game Joy Reid. Who else is out there? You know, you got your Angela Rise and all these other people, and they can't sit down with you, Kamala. They can't even.
Eric Dyson.
Yeah, who got caught with that white woman? Well, he get caught with her, but he was, you know, creeping and dipping and dipping and doing all up in the inbox and eating it, whatever. But y'all can't even sit down and talk about no greens recipe. Damn, y'all can sit down together and shuck some peas together. Something. I don't know. It's crazy. Chocolate Bunny, how you doing? Says, are the Haitians getting a bill passed for their rights here, just filing a lawsuit against Trump? You know what? I said that last week. Some people say I don't think they will. You know what? They might. Of course, they're being used, you know, because if you think about, Trump didn't say Haitians. He said the immigrants, and the Democrats and everybody else ran off the rails with, oh, he's talking about the Haitians. Now, Vance might have said Haitians. I don't know. But during that debate, Trump didn't say Haitians. He said immigrants.
Yeah. And right now, the Haitians do have a special designation in regards to their status here in the United States. Under it's like they're here under, not like illegal immigration, they're here under like humanitarian thing. They have a special designation that puts them in there, which was also done by the Biden administration.
MC Fact, how you doing? I don't think the black journalists were easy on Harris. I think the questions, I think there are questions that she really hadn't had to answer before, and they didn't let her get away with just that filibuster that she was doing, you know, just running in circles, just they was like, wait a minute, nah, that ain't what I asked you, you know, and I don't think she liked that part of it. Sister Shirley says, good enough for Joy. Says she's always going against blacks. Yeah, and it's like, damn, that's like somebody saying, I know this is your home, but get out. Get out. We're going to live in it for just a little while, and then you can come back when we're done.
And you know what's sad? I don't want to change the subject, but the brother that was executed yesterday, I even though I was sick, I was, you know, looking through channels and stuff. Not one major news network ever really covered it, really said anything. And I'm talking about your black boule. None of them covered it. Angela Rye, nobody mentioned a word of what happened to that man. Possibly innocent man, and nobody is talking about the governor needs to be removed and all that other stuff. And that's, you know, that's still kind of haunting me today that nobody is speaking on that.
Yeah, I've seen people speaking on it, but what will be done? You know what I'm saying? Will they be voted out? You know, Lena, how you doing? It says, one can't have a conversation with an unintelligent woman. Laugh out loud. So you talk about Kamala. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm interested in seeing what they'll talk about for 2 hours. And Yanni, how you doing? Says Kamala is not a black woman, but she is a woman of color. Okay. Hey, Al says, I don't like Joy. Yeah, Joy seemed like she just be doing too much. When she first started, it seemed like she was doing all that, but yeah, she's very cantankerous. JJ, how you doing? He says, I, for one, never liked Joy. And Al says, I don't like Joy. Palmolive is better. You crazy. Daryl says, Joy will be picking greens tonight. Wow. Thunder, he says, it's one thing for someone to show you their rear end, but Joy will have to use toilet paper to clean the stains off her nose after this. Yeah, I mean, well, obviously it wasn't working because I don't know. I just think that's messed up. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of Joy like that, but I think she's accomplished enough to sit down and interview with Kamala. I mean, hell, Kamala ain't saying nothing different than she's been saying. So what really could be hard about it? You know, I think Joy would be able to speak to, economics and things like that. But I don't know, I guess MSNBC was like, nah, we need to bring out, you know what it's like, Donovan? We weren't there, but back in the day when black music artists they had an album, they put white people on the cover, right? And a lot of times before they were on TV and stuff, people thought, it was a white band or singers or whatever. Then when they showed up on American Bandstand, oh my God, I'm aging myself, but American Bandstand or something, they're like, oh my God, they're black. That's what it's like, right? Let's bring the white woman out in the front. Enjoy, you go to the back. I know this is your show, but go on to the back, sassafras, until it's time for you to come back out.
Well, didn't they do that for the white blues singers as well? What you won't do for love. Yeah. Everybody thought he was a black man when he came out.
But I always knew he was white. For a long time, I knew that Bobby Caldwell was white. That's why I was shocked. Like, who didn't know Bobby Caldwell was white?
Boz Scaggs, all the blue-eyed soul singers that were coming out, they never put their picture out there. It was either like a shadow of them or something like that. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
But it does work. It's the same thing as like I know a lot of sisters are complaining about these athletes being selected in the first round or whatever. They got their white girlfriends near them. Do you guys want to know why those white girlfriends are there? Because their endorsement deals want them to be as close to whiteness as they can. Not saying that the sister isn't that, because it's very hard to find a sister that is like, what's his name's wife? I hate him here. He's LeBron James's wife. It's very hard to find a sister that's like that, that's been with the guy for years, whatever the deal is. They want these athletes to be as close to whiteness for their brand. And that's why they do that. So to me, it would be the same thing as Joy Reid saying, hey, we want to get white people to tune in and listen, because we're going to get, real questions and facts. Because let's face it, let's be honest, you guys. When you have a black woman up there interviewing, Oprah included and all of them, girl, how you do your greens? The stupid questions always get asked. It isn't really a serious thing. And I'm not saying that that's the case with this, but in general, they don't ask the questions that people really need to know. They just don't.
Someone asked, what is our opinion on Michael Eric Dyson and Nancy Mace? I just think he got caught. That's
Never
all.
Put it in writing, brother. Just if you got something to say to her, walk up to her and say it, brother.
Yeah, you just got caught. Just own it. And he's married. He's been married for a long time. I think like 40 years to his wife. So it's like, you just got caught. Just own it and keep it pushing. But like she said, he was calling me racist, but I wasn't racist when he was flirting with me. Hey, Alonzo, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Ronnie, you crazy. I'm reading y'all comments. Let's see here. Thunder says this is the equivalent of passing gas in someone's Cheerios just as they were opening their mouth to take a bite. Yeah, that make me want to throw up just thinking about it. Cooking with Miss D, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Feet Funkerson, how you doing? Says if Kamami does win, Van Jones will go on a tour for the release of his new album. My tears have been answered. Yes, indeed. First Fruits, he says August 31st, 2024. This is just the beginning, 2024. Just wait until 2028, 2032, because Democrats know FBA is done with them. The Republicans want to retain the small growth with FBA, no reparations, no vote. Yep. Megan Brown, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see who else came on here. As we're going to try to get out of here early so we could catch the interview. And, Donovan's a little under the weather. Real people, how you doing? You say even if they get justice, they killed their guy already. So you talk about Marcellus Williams. Yeah, that's very hard pill to swallow. Absolutely. Ronnie, you say Janet Jackson for president. Tracy says I don't believe.
Did Ben Crump ever speak on behalf of Marcellus Williams?
Oh yeah, he has. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. But the Innocence Project was involved, so a lot of people were raising awareness. Tracy says, I don't believe Kamala is unintelligent. I think she's a snake hiding behind the laugh. Oh, no, I don't think she's a dumb woman at all. I just think she doesn't know what she's talking about as much as far as being the president of the United States. MC Factor says, Demetri, I don't think the black journalists pushed her hard enough on reparations. They let her divert the opportunity economy talk. Harris didn't even say the word reparations. No, she did not say the word reparations. But the thing is, too, as a journalist, what you don't want to do is be beating up on people, because Kamala made it clear that she was not going to answer that question. She hasn't answered the question. She's never said she was for reparations. She's always talked about a study, and that was reluctantly, right? But you don't want to be beating up on people because you want them to come back. I think they pushed her hard enough. And then as a journalist, you got to read the room. Like if you know there's some wiggle room with that person, then yeah, you could push. But Kamala was just, and then they probably got tired of her filibustering every answer. She talked like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. It was just running in circles. But I think, I think they did a good job. To that point, they did a better job than anybody had done, I would say.
Well, let's just say this, and if you agree with me or not, male or female, you can sleep your way to the top, and she slept her way to the second most powerful position in the world. But that has a shelf life. You're going to have to eventually do the job, and she does not have a record of actually doing the job or taking any responsibility. When all of those cases in California were tainted, she refused to take responsibility. Her answer was, I didn't know. The buck's supposed to stop with you, sweetheart. But see, that's what happens when you get up there. You could, when you're sleeping on allegedly sleeping your way to the top, there is a ceiling. And then once you reach that ceiling, you got to perform. You got to perform the job. And I do not think she is up to the challenge of being president of the United States.
So I see a lot of people on here talking about people they thought were black. Tina Marie, I knew Tina Marie was white from young. I think I was like 9, 10 when I first heard her, and I knew she was a white woman. But I guess maybe a lot of people didn't. So, but interesting. Paul Wall, baby. Yeah, he definitely sounds like a brother, but he, especially nowadays, he look like somebody white daddy. And he's married to a black woman, so
John B.
Yeah. Thunder says, is it me or does the fact that she's not interviewing with Rolly or Joya of her two of her biggest shills speak volumes? Yeah. I mean, they be going hard in the paint. They take it here, they take it there. If you talk, if you're not a Democrat, and then I would think Roland of all people would have gotten an interview by now. I mean, for one, he could teach the wobble. 2, he's been accused of giving debate questions. You know what I mean? So he's got a lot of good attributes that would be favorable to a Democrat candidate. So I don't understand why he's not getting an interview. Maybe he needs to put on some chucks and pearls. I don't know. Maybe that was a bridge too far. Let's see here. Mr. South Carolina Brad, he says, Demetri, I saw James Brown when I was in my youth. Yeah, you know what? My mom did too. She was young in the 60s. Blizz 73, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Who else came on here? Queen Nile, how you doing? So Janet Jackson for president of the United States of America. Yes, indeed. Rhythm Nation. Daryl, you said Dyson got jungle fever. It appears to be that, but I don't know. Tiffy says Michael Eric Dyson is representative of the CBC, talking black but shucking behind the scenes. Yeah,
did you see his video where he was like trying to explain the thing? I was like, I'm sitting on YouTube and I'm like, Negro, please.
He's making it worse. That's what he was making it worse. It's like you should just let that die down. Let it die down, Sue Brown. Sue Bowman. I'm sorry. How you doing? It says Demetri and Donovan, tell the truth. I'm new to this channel. Democrat left me, never blue. Love from Portugal. All right. Well, hello and thank you. Yeah, the Democrats have left everybody. They want you to be hanging on for dear life. Ain't gonna happen. All right. So moving down. Al, he says, why is it that whenever you turn around, there's always some black entertainer doing or saying something stupid? Well, it ain't just the black ones. It's the white ones and everybody else. It's just, I think when it's us, because I think too, for us, we focus a lot on the low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? That's not a good look. Got you, Donovan. Let's see here. Alonzo says Kamala did say that she thought reparations should be referred to Congress. Yeah, she did say that.
And you guys know that's a delay tactic, right? What are the chances that bill will go through Congress and make it to her desk in her time as president? It's almost zero. Again, look what happened here in California. It went through the whole process, super Democratic state, and the Negro shot it down. The very Negro shot it down because they did not want to expose those Democrats that were against reparations and give Gavin Newsom some cover. Come on, y'all. You guys actually think Republicans are going to vote for reparations for Black people? Some will, probably some will, but the majority is none. That's a delay tactic. We don't need a study. We need a bill, period. The Democratic Party has shown you here in California their policy against Black people. Give them nothing.
Queen Nile, thank you so much for the super sticker. And you did it not once, but twice. So thank you once again. Love and appreciate you for that. Your average logical thinker says X only gets you in the doors, but you need more to maintain the positions. No pun intended.
I wish she would tell that to all the other ladies out there.
You know what? Yeah, Brother Reggie, you said, I always knew Tina Marie was white. I did too. Thunder says, I remember when I found out Hall and Oates were white. I always knew they were white too. I never thought they were anything else but white. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But I've listened to Hall and Oates for a long time. Lady Diana, how you doing? Says hello, Queen D and King D. Greetings to all the lovely people in the chat. Yes. And Buckhorse says, to hell with her. She don't matter to better half of Black community. Say it with your chest. Ronnie said Tina White. Yeah, she was. R.I.P. to her. JJ says Dyson was trying to explain the Mandingo concept to Nancy Grace or something, but he got caught doing it. I thought that was so funny. I'm like, she didn't pull no punches. Not you calling them out on the floor of Congress. That's nasty work right there. If I'm racist, then he was trying to get up under my dress. Now, that's not what she said, but I know when he heard about it, he was like, what? I know his wife was like, wait a minute, sucker. Because that's crazy. Penny says, roly-poly watching booty. What? They don't trust his live feeds no more. That could be it too, because some real funky stuff came up on one of his live feeds, and I could imagine being Kamala and we talking about, my neighbor's lawn, and then somebody else's ass shows up on the stream. That would be quite awkward, Doretha, he says, they wear them Chucks and Pearls in South Carolina. I mean, my God. Reggie says, man, I don't want to see an hour of Roland and Kamala talking about when they pledge, AKA, you crazy? Hey, Damon, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Alex said, nobody Black is getting an interview with her because maybe they're tired of people just being loud and foolish. Well, I just think Kamala is who she says she is. I don't really mess with y'all like that. I'll do what I need to do. Because, she probably feels, I got enough momentum right now to really not have to sit down with them. But you need Black voters and, the people who are shilling for you, like, dang, can you at least stop by where Joy's dressing room is and drop her off a basket of biscuits or something that says, well, I'm sorry you didn't do the interview, but here's a little something for all the work that you do. I don't know. I actually think it's a slap in the face to Joy. I don't care how they spin it. It's a slap in the face to not give that woman a couple of moments of your time. Or at least to let Joy sit in, maybe have her back seat, like they put the kids at the back table. Maybe sit her at the, I have a question. Can I jump in there? It's a slap in the face.
George is going to ask a girl, do you use heat press on them curls, or is it direct heat, or what?
Is it silk press?
Yeah, the silk press. They never ask the real questions. Girl, the reparations. What is your thing about homelessness? Things that they know is actually happening out there. They won't ask those questions.
Yeah, Blizz, he said, I was done with Roland when he said he intimidated Dr. Khalid Muhammad. It's like, nobody believe you did that, sir. Not nobody believe. Did Khalid Muhammad look like a punk to anybody? Like, okay, Roland, man. Khalid Muhammad was about that life. And know how I know? Because I sat up in that mosque, the Temple 27 in Los Angeles, when he was the minister of Temple 27, which, was my father's temple. And from a little girl, I would see him spit so much fire. So I know damn well that Roland Martin didn't run up on brother Khalid Muhammad. There's no way he did it. Okay, he's a liar. If he did, it was probably like, how you doing, sir? Got any grandma cookies? Alonzo says she's from Cali. She forgot that we all have World Wide Web and all saw the BS out there. Exactly. Pop, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Itilarucci, I hope you're doing well. How you doing? It says stalling and stonewalling. Diane, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Lady Shikari, how are you? Says, why would Black people expect Kamala Harris, who is listed as white on her birth certificate, to do anything for Black people? I totally agree with you. I totally agree. But, you know, we should tell that to the Shields, who are you idiots, you simple Simons, you stupid, you're weird. Tell it to them.
Wait a minute. Well, because her dad's Jamaican, which is the nationality. Like, there's no Asian Jamaicans, there's no white Jamaicans, there's no Black Jamaicans, there's no Hispanic Jamaicans. You know, he's Jamaican, so, you know, means he might have Black, you know, whatever. And then she went to an HBCU. That's why she's Black. She went to an HBCU.
Yeah. Oops. First fruit says they give the damn illegal immigrants housing loans. Yep, Miss Harris. She says Cali voter here for Trump. Facts Now Feelings, how you doing? It says peace and love, family. Candace Owens broke story about Kamala lying in her book about her Black family member who may have been her nanny. Why are the rest of her Black family? Where are the rest of her Black family members anyway?
Which brings up a good question. Maybe there aren't any. Because usually you have some cousins or something like that. Now, I know her sister's married to a Black man. Her sister's married to a Black man through marriage. But the point of the matter is, maybe there isn't any Black people in her family. Because, again, Candace Owens, I don't care for her, but she did a great job of breaking that down. And my question is, once again, why would you need to lie about that?
Well, because, you know, I don't know. I heard Candace is on the case. You know, we're going to see what she uncovers. I don't know. Maybe she felt like it'll give her legitimacy. Al says Abby Phillips would be the only qualified and serious Black person interviewer. Yeah, I like Abby Phillips. I think she would be qualified to do it. I just think there's a lot of Van Jones even. Van Jones can't interview you, Kamala. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all went with the white woman and not the Black woman in the Black woman's spot. That is chicken circuit behavior. That is vaudevillian, you know. Get back in the back, mammy. Get back there and go birth the babies or whatever, you know. I don't know. It's just I can't make any excuses for it. But yeah, I like Abby Phillips. I think I just think they need somebody who's going to play, you know, hardball with Kamala, because she's a talker. That's for sure. She knows how to talk her way out of some stuff. Troy says it looks like the Democrat pets aren't getting their biscuits. Hey, Frank, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Who else? Chase Miller, how you doing? Says I'd be Damala if I choose. Oh, you be Dom. That's a good one. I'll be Damala, like Damala, if I choose Kamala. That's a good one. And Feed Funkerson, thank you so much for that. He says, regardless of who wins, I need them to leave telework intact 100%. So far, DOD employees are not an old dudes list trying to get rid of them. Hint, hint. So telework that's working from home, is that what that is?
Yeah. For the DOD workers, those are the federal workers. I mean, they're probably overseas somewhere, sitting in Panama or maybe in Japan, and you know, back in, you know, they're supposed to be in the States. I guess, I don't know.
Losing my immune system. How you doing? Says, where the link? We're not going to actually share the link today. We're actually going to get out of here because we're going to go watch the interview. We're going to get out of here in probably 2 minutes because I got to find it. I don't have no cable. I don't got no cable. So I got to find where it's streaming because, you know, it's kind of
is that because, you know, your cable bill went up just like my internet bill went up?
Listen,
and they can't even explain to me why it went up.
I ain't had cable in a minute. I got to have the internet, but I ain't had no cable in a minute. I'll be damn. No. If I'm gonna pay $200-300 for some cable, see, I don't even watch TV like that. If I watch TV, it's maybe I'm watching something on YouTube, maybe I'm watching the news or you know, a movie, but I don't sit up and watch TV all day to where cable would be advantageous for me. But I'm not giving them people all that money to be watching some damn TV, not me.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Sonny81. She says, hello, I've been listening on my drive home. So I just want to let her know that we are reading your comments. Be careful on your drive home, though. Pay attention.
Yes. B. Gurry says, men not having any self-control is the reason why it's possible for women to sleep her way to the top. Oh, my Lord. How you doing anyway? Al says maybe Kamala told the network don't let anybody black interview her because they're not going to ask any serious and they're going to hurt her campaign. Well, that's a slap in the face. All that tap dancing they doing for her. If she said that, which I don't think she did, it would be crazy. Mission Vision, how you doing? Thunder says she gets slapped in the face. Makes me think about something an old pimp manager said. Remember, the front of the hand is for the anger. The back of the hand is for the discipline. Church. Okay.
You're supposed to put some baby powder on it too. Throw some baby powder.
You know what? You crazy. Joy Toya. Hope I said that right. How you doing? Who else is on here? Because we're gonna get out here so we can catch it. Stacy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Alonzo said I heard that her dad's birth certificate listed him as his race is Jamaican. What the hell is that? Never heard of that on nothing. I guess we're gonna see if Candace get to the bottom of it. Marathon Blue, how you doing? Let's see here. I'll be damn.
I really hope that this interview isn't a waste of our time because she's wasted too much time already. I can't do it. Alan J888, he's from Hampton, Virginia. That's where my son is from and my ex, right there at Langley Air Force Base. Welcome to the chat.
Yep. So yeah, right. Yay, or Gentiles, or is it ye? Because I'm thinking of Kanye. He says nobody has cable anymore. Yeah, there's some people I just can't do it. Alan, how you doing? Donovan already say hello to you. So anyway, we are going to get out of here. We'll be back Sunday. We would stay longer, but my friend here is sick. He's going to lay down with some hot coffee or whatever. Yes, no, not like that. Don't lay down like that, okay? And we're going to watch this interview, and then, we're going to maybe talk about it on Sunday if there's something that's worth talking about. I mean, 2 hours, I couldn't imagine even what they would talk about, right? We're going to find out. But anyway, Demario, how you doing? Stephanie Rhule is interviewing Kamala tonight in less than 10 minutes. So it's on MSNBC. Y'all go check it out so we can see if there's anything new. She's going to uncover her new way forward agenda. I guess she's calling it something else now. Anyway, we'll be back.
I'm going to be drinking some Kamala's bathtub green juice. They say that's supposed to be really good because it has like foot fungus in it and ass.
And comment
ass crumbs, right? Yeah.
Comment, yeah. So that might take you on out of here, brother. You sure you want? You really gonna be? So anyway, I see how you doing, and everyone else that came on here that we didn't get a chance to say hello to. We will see y'all later. We love and appreciate your last one of y'all. Peace. Hey, David X.